Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have to retape this part because I taped more than half the video and then my computer rebooted and I lost the first half, so the second half went out already, but now the first half is gone. I don't even have it. So I'm retaping the first half. It is November 14, 2018. I have Sand Art, the Divine Feminine read, and then the second part is out there already with the Oracle cards. So I'm going to get right into it. So the Sand Art, there's a last picture from yesterday that was just two pyramids and a tent, or a tent in the mountains. So I was getting this before too about like someone being in a tent like in Egypt or something like that. So for today, the Sand Art was all about an officiation. I was getting two strong unions back to back of twin friends. Divine Feminine, twin friends, as the Divine Feminines turn around to meditate for a moment before heading down the aisle. I was getting toy soldiers and nutcrackers on the one side, and Superfly and Magic Carpet Ride awaits on the other side, as the one on the left steps on her dress. So the one on the left is more talkative and a little heavier than the Divine Feminine on the right. As the masculines bond with each other, hugging, as mothers try to get in the way, even bringing a dog to the ceremony. One may even split on the union. One may even spit on the union. This is that mother energy. Or offering to catch them when they fall, like to the masculine in a negative way, saying like, well, when your marriage doesn't work out, I'll be here for you. So really negative mother energy around the masculine. But the masculines boldly push down their offerings out of the way of their bride. The aisle is cleared as the brides approach their masculines. The talkative bride is more emotional, and the other clears her emotions to pass the intrusive mother energy. The twins are relieved as they make their vows, making it through all the chaos and destruction, the minefields, focused deep emotions on each other, and then diffusing this beautiful energy out to the others at the ceremony. And then in a poof, they're off to their getaway. I'm getting this Sand Art as being called Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And I was also getting for someone at their union, their ET family may be present or even be the officiant of their ceremony. So that was kind of cool. I was also getting on a road trip or mountains or beach, smokestacks in the distance, a flower blooms in the deadlands, sheltered from the storm as twins share a little authentic Mexican food, or clams at a fish stand. I was also getting a soldier or a man, doesn't have to be a soldier, leaning over a theater balcony, you know, the small ones that only fit a few people, like two. But I was seeing this man leaning over to offer food to a homeless woman who spits on him. So like the masculine overextending himself to those who don't want it, or pushing his will onto others, you know, to make sure that others want your help. You have to ask before you come into somebody else's space or give them something. Even though it's something good and your intention's good, they may not want it, or it may not be good in their perspective. So don't assume that you know better what's good for them than they do. Milking a cow came up here, as well as leading a dead horse to water. Teaching and learning from our ancestors, as well as tithing, and I was seeing passing the bucket, and then I was getting passing the buck. So whatever that means to you. Give to protect nature before it's too late was a message I got, as well as shaman retreat around fire. Some kind of head was used. So I wasn't getting negativity from this shaman ceremony, but there was some kind of head used in the ceremony. And I don't know if it was present or past, it could be. But I was getting like a fish head or a dog head or a goat or a lamb's head, something like that. A sacrifice. And then I was getting nuns and then a mosque. So there was all these things crossing over each other. And then I was getting gases released and making peace. It was like the release of the tension, the path of the divine masculine's heart. Okay? So now I'm going to get into the feminine read, the part that I was near the end on part 2. So It is November 14, 2018. So 14 is the Temperance card. It's of patience and balance and not losing your temper, right? It's the 14-5. It's the five of expansion and change and freedom. But it's the 4 being very stable on the inside and very direct and leader-like on the outside, leading the way. That's the Temperance card. The day adds up to 36-9, which is the 10 of Wands. It's the end of that cycle. It's that huge burden that you're about to drop because it's too much to carry. Or it's the actual dropping of it, or a confession. Okay, so these are the energies. It's about balancing the load that's too heavy, right? So then when that happens, impatience comes out. So you're going to see masculines that are really snappy right now. Okay, as well as feminines who are carrying a lot of masculine. But tempers are going to flare, so just watch out for that. But again, that's that 10 of Wands energy. It's a 9 of endings, compassion and universal selflessness. It's the 6 of the motherly energy on the inside and being expressive and joyful and social on the outside with a smile on your face. So the major arcana for the Divine Feminine, which was done at 9:04, and those are 2 very good numbers for me, 9 and 4, and we were just discussing 9 and 4. The major arcana were Transition, which is the Death card, Reason, which is the Emperor, Justice is Justice, Ascension is the World, and then the Hanging Man is the Hanged Man. The numbers were, well, there was two Wands, 2 Cups, 2 Pentacles, and no Swords, which is great because you're not in your head, right? But that also means there's not much in communication, because, you know, Swords needs to be in there too. It's all about thoughts and communication. The only court card that came up is the King of Wands in the major read, the Sirian Starseed deck. And then the number codes that came up were 6, okay, so that love, family, and community 6. The Lovers is actually real love and affection, that connection on a higher level. The 6 came up, 77 also came up, and then 222. And 77 is that sovereignty. It's the 9 of Pentacles. So it's really balanced, unified energies today with the numbers. The coding had to do with, for the Divine Feminine, death of the past. Okay, the Death card was coming up. The 6 of Chalices, or the kids in the garden, they were coming up, as well as twin flame friends. So there may be some ending of friendships, as well as parting from you and your children. Some of the twins could be parting, but it's also about death of the past. Okay, so it's letting go of the past and going through a portal energy. All right, so in the Sirian Starseed deck, the Death card is a literal portal, showing the feminine going through the portal. That is the challenge right now, allowing the death of the past. Some of the energies that are coming up as the major energies for this read are Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Pisces, and Taurus. I was also getting the King of Pentacles stretching himself thin, and the justice system falling, a royal show. These were some energies or messages that were coming in at the time I started the read. So let's see here. And we're also purging for the collective emotions. Sophia 9 comes up as well. So it's the feminine aspect of the collective, purging emotions. But there's definitely stuff about the twins and the unions and the kids are coming up, and to detach from the past. So your past friends, whatever past relationships may come back, like you've been hearing because of the retrogrades, all that's coming back to test where you are in your own knowing, and to know what to let go of, okay? And are you going to allow people to abuse you, okay, or use you? So for the Divine Feminine, we're starting out with the 7 of Flames, which in the Sirian Starseed deck is all about rising above. It's like the phoenix rising. It's also about rising above and doing the tango. You know, you got this, right? So on this has to do with Temperance and the Emperor. So patience or impatience, but it was coming upright. So it's really patience of an Emperor, a Sag Aquarius. That doesn't mean all the masculines are being patient. But I was getting patience of an Emperor, the Sag Aquarius energy. It doesn't have to be Aries. I was getting Sag Aquarius around the Emperor. Okay, and that's the energies I'm going for, but it can be Aries as well. But I'm getting sneaky behavior from the Emperor in order to end the battle. So not in a malicious way, but in a trying to not hurt anyone way. Putting out the fires with patience. The feminine aspect rising to tango as the star shines brightly. So shining their light, allowing your light to shine. That love cannot be contained. It's going to find a way out. It's like that in the second part of my video, the Colosseum card came out. That was Greco-Roman. And the light is breaking through the clouds. That's like that. It's saying the love cannot be contained. It'll get through any dark clouds. Okay, the Empress is coming up as hiding behind the marriage or establishment of a business and or religion who does her dirty work for her in order to get back at a King of Pentacles who could be a Libra, or it could just be an earth sign, or just a very well-to-do, practical, grounded man. He's coming up upright, stretched. He's coming up as stretched thin, making his family, which could be a sham fam, so it could be looking good on the outside but not really on the inside. Stretched thin, making happy family, or making family happy, not quite fully aligned with stepping down from his throne, where people have to listen to him since he's got control of the microphone. So he's getting this energy where he's kind of two minds right now. He's half turned into pleasing the family and half turned at stepping off of his throne to make himself happy. But he likes it there because at least at work he gets to be heard, right? He gets to be himself. But there's still some manipulation here. I'm getting the Emperor and the Empress are definitely different situations. They can be parents of Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine who are either together, not seeing the same perspective in their marriage, or they're divorced already. And there's some animosity between the two either way, because it's like putting the sun between them, or the Divine Masculine between them. Or it could be a karmic energy as well. But it's about, I'm seeing there's an Emperor, Empress, and then a King of Pentacles here. Okay, and there's different scenarios as we go along, so I'll let you know. I'm seeing that the King of Pentacles is holding a candy apple, which may be healthy on the inside, but it has a sweet and manipulative coating. The bad on the outside always ends up outweighing the good. I mean, when you were young, what do you remember? The things your parents did that were really nice for you, or the things that they did that were really mean to you, okay? The sweetness, or the sugar, attracts revenge and disease. Of a double Taurus energy is coming up here, threatening the King of Pentacles because that person is in fear of change. Patience of the King of Pentacles, like I said, King of Pentacles is earth sign or a grounded person, but also can come up as Libra. There may be a vicious divorce here of parents or a Divine Masculine and Feminine with their karmic, or a father who has passed wants to chime in and get the attention of his children to rise above and seek happiness for themselves, to allow the negative and controlling to just naturally fall away from your life. Don't allow others to drag you down. Stand up for yourself and be happy. And the underlying energy again came up, true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. And the card underneath that was flirt. Okay, so it's very positive energy. The second day in a row for the Divine Feminine that true love came up in the underlying energy. And then I was getting, as I went on to the cards, crazy love. Okay. You may need to give up sweets to magnetize or wake up a healthy Divine Masculine. Maybe he has a candy addiction. The Divine Masculine's inner and outer feminine may love dessert. The devil's in the details, but it's also in the sweets. He may think you are too sweet for his shadow side, since he can be a little rough, indecisive, and or kinky, or maybe he wants to test you to see how you will react to temptation. Is your love strong enough to resist sweet temptation? The stage is set. The Divine Masculine, defenseless to sweets and sleeping beauty, who holds his heart on the mantle, the heart of the home, and a rose quartz crystal on her bedside fireside table. The stage is set as he visits her in her sleep one last time before the split, as he goes off to war, bulls guarding her tent as he holds a budding desire. Okay, and then spiritual partnership also comes up as underlying energy from the numerology deck. There's a family financial drain on one side coming up and loss of a lover or no affection on the other. Trapped in a fishbowl with no way out, and this could be energy from the feminine or the masculine, trying to find your way to the green, the bunnies and the ladybugs, emerald and gold. The Knight of Pentacles horse has fallen. His feet are stuck in the chain and spokes of the wheel, and where struggling only makes it worse, right? Because the more you struggle, the tighter it gets. There's no option here but to fall. Let go and fly. Surrender. Spirit's connecting with me. There's a family friend who's no longer affectionate, with the Queen of Pentacles, Rapunzel, expressing her feelings of love and passion and letting down her hair to make the king happy, standing up for him to others. So there may be friends that no longer resonate with you because of your journey. It could also be a friend on the masculine side that he or his karmic partner are dealing with that are no longer being affectionate with them. Recently, being hung out to dry, exposed and re-energized, is the King of Pentacles, rising above and letting go of money, things, and pain in a divorce or some other settlement of the justice system. The King and Queen of Pentacles are each working out things for themselves with true love on their minds. Okay, so they're both each taking care of their own responsibilities and being sovereign, but they both have true love on their mind. Rising above and letting go of the drama, expressing feelings and passion of a happy family, true love, and boldly integrating twins and children. The foundation for the Divine Feminine has to do with the King of Swords, maybe offered some money or offered some effort of work from a Queen of Cups energy, but her back is turned as she's offering this. It's like she's offering peace or a truth to the King of Pentacles, but she's still mad at him. Okay? And then I'm seeing an Empress tries to overshadow this Emperor. There's an Emperor's fake offer, or her perspective of the offer. She may want to get the masculine to take her offer. So she's coming off as if this Emperor's offer is a fake offer, which it could be, literally. So it could be an Emperor extending a false hand, or it could be her perspective, and she's trying to convince the King of Pentacles that he's not real. Pretending to be that she's saying that the Emperor's pretending to be Santa Claus. So she says, with her back turned toward him at the time. Meanwhile, this Empress, the Empress could be this Queen of Cups, or it could be someone separate from the Queen of Cups. The Empress is hovering over this Emperor, trying to block him. So centrally, the central energy has to do with the Divine Feminine's heart, allowing people into the lower aspects of herself, possibly jealousy of her angel with another. The King of Cups reversed takes the lead in healing and forgiving insecurities. So listen to what this says. The King of Cups reversed is taking the lead in healing and forgiving insecurities. As the past returns with someone you know, with a small talk, message, or news. Okay? So it seems like this person is taking the high road with you, but remember that's the King of Cups reversed. Okay? So this is manipulative. They may not be being sincere. And I'm not getting this as the Divine Masculine. It could be a masculine or feminine energy. Okay? So note that the King of Cups is reversed, and a negative past in this connection between you and the King of Cups reversed. So they're making it like they're changed and they're fine with everything, and they're not, because they're coming up reversed. So be careful about what you believe in people who come back into your life. Is there some underlying animosity or jealousy here? The challenge for the Divine Feminine is transition portal. Okay, so there's the Death card in the Sirius Starseed is a portal. So the challenge for the Divine Feminine right now is going through this portal, allowing the past to die. There's a Queen of Wands here, upright, a friend at work maybe, or just a friend, or it could be someone who's overworking or unable to focus due to too much socializing or drinking or whatever it is, or maybe gossip. There also could be third-party jealousy here and standing up for yourself at work. Or there can be troubled young people, children, relatives, endings, so deaths of people, and friendships, addictions, codependencies, knowing who you are. So when all this energy comes back into your life, so if all, Thanksgiving's that famous time of year where everyone comes back into town. So you're going to run into old friends, possible old relationships. Are you going to allow them to do the same things that they did to you before and believe their lies when they lied to you over and over again? This is the type of energy that's coming back in right now. There's also energy, not a death of the Divine Feminine's father, although I suppose that could be. I was getting that Divine Feminines whose fathers have already passed, the feeling of how close to her heart he was, like he was closest to her heart, he was, because she was daddy's little girl, that kind of energy, but only understood her lower aspects and maybe never understood all of her, but loved her unconditionally anyway, even though they didn't always see eye to eye, maybe waiting for a message from him. Someone may be jealous of your angelic connection. You need to make peace with your father or those who may have taken the role of your father in a relationship. The Divine Feminine's head and heart is wanting to start over with a possible Sag or Scorpio combined energy. There's a reunion on one side, or expressing and completing a cycle, gaining clarity, talking about truth and balance or justice, lack of faith, and falling on one's face, causing exposure, but then re-energizing to let go and surrender. So this is like, it's just like the Tower energy. When you won't let go, the Tower comes in to force you to let go and surrender. If you don't do it yourself, the universe comes in and does it for you in order to equalize the energies. So frustration or creative blocks is lack of faith in your own connection or intuition. I'm getting Libra, Aries, and Leo energies here. Maybe a Pisces frustration, or maybe a Pisces is frustrated with a Libra, talking to the world and to the stars, or making a fool of herself and exposing it to free herself. Some may have a funeral or a wake that you have to go to that reminds you of a father or a grandfather and wishing to connect again, maybe at night when you're sleeping. I was also getting a feminine energy coming up with a unilateral right mastectomy. So this came up before for me in the reads. So this is coming up again. This woman is not showing her face. She's having others keep people away because she's not ready to face people after the surgery. There also may be a King of Pentacles with one testicle after surgery, or may have gotten snipped, or possibly a circumcision. So there's definitely surgeries coming up here, but not like that are happening now that have happened already. So what's the point is that all feminines with body issues are letting their guards down, or need to let their guards down, as a Knight of Cups comes in for fantasy sex with an Empress. So it's getting this as a karmic. Could be a Cancer Taurus energy. It could be a twin too. But either way, it's that energy of returning when you shouldn't accept the offer. It's like, will the masculine be tempted to take the karmic back because he feels sorry for them, or because he feels a duty to them? Or it's just, why would you take them back when they've always lied to you? Do you really think they've changed? It's that same energy. So it's not just the masculine and their karmic, it's also the feminine having people come back into their lives. Are they going to allow people to do the same things that they've always done? So the King of Wands is coming up as the shaman energy, feeling the wheel turn in his favor in order to come together and celebrate, or to come together and review the past, or someone celebrating a passing. So someone may, be coming together at a celebration of life for someone's death, or just getting together at a funeral and then going out for a drink to celebrate together. Or just, celebrating its review, or celebrating the past, or letting go of the past. But it's kind of like that, bringing it up to let it go. Again, and like I said, and celebrating a passing, so somebody's life, or just getting together with friends when they've come in for a funeral, that kind of thing. The Divine Feminine is surrendering to divine marriage and detached from others. Or a three party at work, a partnership or whatever, now is becoming two or one because they're not seeing eye to eye. It's about standing your ground and fending off others. And this is where part 2 started, so I'm not going to continue here because that's part 2 of the video that's already up. That's where we go into the keep an open mind, give your relationship a chance, calling in your soulmate, and finances and career. Okay, this is where my computer went out. So you can continue with part 2 if you'd like. Rise and be loved, guys. Take care.